I think Peach is slightly favoured.
Yeah.
But people debate this back and forth. I won't get too deep into it. But yeah, definitely the mobility from the Sheik, being able to move around whilst using the needles, whilst using aerials can help out. We're going to have to see if Android can put that into play in this game here, the first match of top 8.
Yeah. Android not known to be like the very, patient kind of player.
Yes.
He's more of a aggressive Sheik that goes in, likes to go for the reads, especially for those up smash reads.
Yeah, we saw that right there. He calls out just a read in not even a very heavy pressure situation, but guesses Trif's going to roll back, commits with an up smash, which shows he's got a lot of confidence in the reads that he has.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's pushed off stage here, and that is a tricky spot to be in.
Oh, I like that needle turnaround out of the short hop to threaten the center stage space with the back air, and Trif respecting that, so Android gained his position. Oh, we got a DBZ moment here, and now the battle for center stage is very difficult for a Sheik to win when it's low percent, because Peach can crouch cancel virtually every move that she can throw at her. But in this situation, did we see a phantom needle right there?
Yeah,
oh my god, I've never seen that before.
Air dodge allows Android to sneak onto the stage, and it's now Trif who's getting edge guarded. At the high percent situations, it's usually hard to get a clean edge guard. You have to kind of go for rinse, repeat, just hit them off with a back air, and then go again. Continue to rack up the percent. And I'll mention it once so we don't have to keep bringing it up throughout the top 8, but this is the PAL version of the game, so there are no guaranteed follow-ups from down throw for Sheik, and you also don't have that up air kill potential that you do in NTSC.
Yeah, you definitely want to kill with either forward air or back air. Maybe in Android's case, the up smash might be a viable option as well.
Sometimes,
but it's difficult to hit Peach with an up smash when she mostly will try to crouch cancel,
Yeah, certainly. Android gets taken a quite a bit of a beating there, back air into down smash. 2 simple moves, but can rack up the percent
52%
really
already,
Exactly.
Yeah, the turnip really didn't play in his favor right there, because he could have shield grabbed Trif there. Trif recognizing that there was a turnip at hand, so he could basically throw random moves at shield, like the dash attack. You will never see that from a Peach player against an opponent who doesn't have an item at hand.
Yes. It's one of those things you want to catch it to remove the threat, but then once it's in your hand, it's not actually great.
Exactly.
Your item throw animation just isn't as good as Peach's. It's going to take a long time to get out of your hand, and obviously disables the aerials, disables the shield grab.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we see crouch cancel down smash by Android to keep the position.
Trif's got no float or jump. He might be able to get this one. Oh, beautiful run off air there.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Amazing edge guard by Android. Having Trif basically in checkmate, because there were no options left, and Android could threaten every conceivable option that Trif had left to go to the stage, either stage or ledge. Decided to go to the ledge, and Android had that covered perfectly fine, so it's even again.
Yes, Android's done really well defensively, I think. Commentators go as soon as I say that he needs a down smash, but I've seen a lot of great little tiny bits of movement and little tiny dash dances and great power shields. And Android's one of those players who will power shield and then not just grab, but use the grounded moves out of power shield. So, for example, power shield down smash or F tilt, which are excellent anti-aggro options.
Whereas we see Trif using power shield to grab, but Android spacing wisely outside the range of the grab, so there was no...
Trif with the SD. Android's not even too impressed about that. I think he wanted a bit more of an honest win. But it's going to help him out in this first game.
I think it's weird. I've oftentimes seen Trif SD in top 8.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's top 8. Maybe the pressure still gets to him after all these years, possibly, because he has never won those big tournaments, because he's just one step below the very top echelon of European play. He's like a top 5 player, and he definitely has the potential to
get to the top 3.
Yeah.
There's quite a gap. Android's got the turnip tricks here.
But Trif knows that, because Over basically invented that.
Yeah, Over is the king of that.
Yeah.
And when I see Trif play against Over, he often doesn't even throw the turnips. So I wonder if Trif's going to start adapting in this set and decide to just hold back on them and use his moves to edgeguard instead.
I really hope so. So we see some development over the course of the set, which is always interesting, especially in a best of 5 setting, especially in a scenario where it's about $10,000 prize pool.
Yes, exactly. And these guys are very serious. And I don't know if we mentioned it there, but you can see on the screen that these guys are in the losers bracket. They have already lost once this tournament, which means another loss will be fatal. They will be out. The loser of this game getting 7th place.
Yeah, and Android not looking too good right now, having lost the first game, so he might potentially get that 7th place, but we got potentially 4 more games to go, so let's see how this set unfolds.
Trif made some excellent use of that platform there, just jumping up, landing immediately. Instead of going to attack with an aerial, just landing and then doing a down smash because it covers so much space, and on the platforms on Yoshi's especially, can be very devastating.
Yeah, on the lower levels, this is very, very difficult for Sheiks to, you know, be patient enough not to jump into those platforms. When Peach is standing on the platform, the threat of that down smash hitting multiple times is very, very huge. But on this kind of level, I think it's a counter pick that, you know, that Trif could potentially use later in the set when Android potentially is like a little more nervous, you know, and does a little more nervous mistakes.
I mean, speaking of nervous mistakes, there was a missed ledge dash that we see there from Android.
Yeah.
Definitely not something we really expect from players of this caliber, but, you know, as you mentioned, the tournament nerves, pressure, and just the nature of that technique, it's tricky. It's very hard to do, so even players of this caliber can mess it up sometimes.
I mean, these players are among the best on the entirety of this continent, among like the top 50 on the planet.
Yes.
But still, this game is very, very difficult to execute, and sometimes there's got to be like a little slip, you know, here and there. As we saw Trif SD in the first game, Android SD in this game, so let's hope that there's not too many more SDs, but I think it's definitely human. Like, the human error factor up until the very top echelon of the game still exists.
Yeah, I think that instance, you know, doing the ledge dash where you can potentially die or potentially have an amazingly favorable situation, is really emblematic of Melee as a whole.
Definitely,
because it is do or die. You can make a decision, you can be off by a pixel, and suddenly it's the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
Big combo starting here from Trif. He really is racking up the percent on Android. He's getting quite a comfortable lead in this set, honestly.
Yeah, I think so as well. But Android is definitely on the go right there.
Oh
no,
my lord.
Android with a second SD.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope he picks up the pieces of this mess that he left in this game. I don't see him win this game anymore because it's very difficult. The nature of this matchup is like Sheik has a very difficult time getting back in with Peaches in the lead. On the other way around, it's not that difficult because, as we talked about before the set, the punish game of Peach is a lot more
stronger.
Yeah, a lot stronger than Sheik's.
Yeah, no, Peach, in all matchups, generally a hard character to do a comeback upon, but as Sheik, I think it's accentuated even more.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's also the mental attitude. You try harder, you take more risks, and those that makes you more predictable, and then the Peach will punish you for that.
Well, I was really wondering like how Android managed to get it in shield there in time, because I think it was the weak reverse back air that Android tried to hit, and Trif crouch cancel down smash. Android was in shield in time, and it wasn't even power shield. So wow,
yeah,
that was like some very tight frame advantage there.
The kind of things we're expecting to see from the players at the stage on top 8 at Dreamhack.
Definitely, yeah. Android going to Randall, Trif anticipating it perfectly well, and I think Trif was pointing at the screen right there saying like, see, I
knew
gotcha.
that. Yeah, I knew that Randall was there. So yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised because I saw Android playing against Armada in the winner's side, and he looked like he was doing really well. And Armada is a better Peach than Trif, like considerably.
But then again,
they know each other.
They know each other
maybe that's
very
a factor.
well, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Trif's definitely playing really well, but I feel like Android's probably going to be a little bit disappointed in how he's performing right now in this set.
Yeah, at the moment it's it looks like 3-0 on a handshake, you know?
Yeah, it kind of does, especially when the game starts with, you know, such a strong down smash.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that. Well, that's what I said in the last game. Like, he can jump into that down smash on the platform, and he did it right away because I think he's a little bit shaky at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's hope that he can, you know, keep it together.
Yeah.
And find his way back into the set, because I don't want to see a 3-0 of two players of that caliber, because I'm really interested in, like, you know, both of these. This would have been a perfect storyline, and now we see a 3-0 potentially.
Exactly,
Come on, guys.
Exactly.
But Android doesn't look too happy about anything that happened in this game.
Oh, no,
that was
strong.
amazing.
Oh,
and
yeah, no, he's got the chance. Did he get the jump? Oh, dude, that was exceptional play.
I would have loved if Android would have pointed at the screen and said, "See, I knew it."
Yeah, no, that is one of the things that some Sheik players can do, and we really only see this at the top level of this matchup. Over Triforce is someone who does it semi-frequently, but
another one of those SDs, man, and Trif's gonna take him, dude. It's for so much money, it's for so much glory, and
but yeah, as I was saying, there are some times where you can get a cheeky little gimp, you manage to steal away the float or just get to the ledge just in time. You can catch Peach off guard, maybe steal away a quick kill, but those situations are really quite rare in this matchup, and oh my lord! Trif going in, random
both of them are still living, Jesus!
Yes, oh my lord. Oh, Android's looking so...
well...
just, like, not even frustrated in that he's angry. He looks frustrated and bored, like, fed up with what's going on. It's like, why is this still happening to me?
But well, if he keeps being that frustrated, it won't be happening that much longer to him because he's on the best way to getting 3 stock in this third game.
Yes, he is, and that is not how you want your tournament run to end.
Well, Trif throws another one of those pesky SBs in the basket.
There's a little gimme there for his friend Android, but
well, he's wrapping Christmas presents, I guess.
Yeah. But Android off stage here. Trif threatens with the same back air.
Oh my God, Trif perfect coverage there.
Same setup,
dude,
yeah.
wow, Android. he looks like he doesn't know what hit him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh man, the poor guy, dude. Yeah. I expected a lot more of this set, but sometimes there's those days where you don't play up to your potential, and that happens.
Yeah, it definitely can be because of just how precise and how on point you need to be when you are playing Melee. Sometimes you're just gonna have that one day where it just doesn't fall into place, and it's unfortunate. But you come back next tournament, you stay strong, you keep your head together, and then hopefully you can put on a better showing then.